So what's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing what we do every day. We're gonna move some cows. Hey cows! Come on cows, come on! Come on cows!
He's never been a buccaneer. Captain Morgan was as close as he came. A fantasy he's had for years. Pirates with earrings. His life needs real excitement, symbolized by tats and bling. Out of the blue, he's bought into Pirates with earrings. He missed Woodstock and Altamont. The 60 sailed on by. Hendrix is gone and now the Stones are just selling their merchandise. Hell's Angels in a chopper. That's too much leather and chains. He settled on Skull and Bone. Pirates with earrings. He's never seen a real gold ship. Treasure Island was as close as he came.
That little calf is always a troublemaker. I gotta show you guys this. These ducks and geese, they've been getting out because they love the cow's water. It's ridiculous. Guys, really? Really? They love the cow's water. So watch, when I move it, they're gonna follow me. Even though they have their own little kiddie pool in their own area, they go no. They go no. You know what? We see the cow's water, it looks better to us, so we're gonna go take that one. Some of you are asking in our last video that because of the drought that we're in, are we gonna have to start selling off some of our animals? Are we gonna have to destock a little bit? And to answer that question is no. One, we're not to that point yet. Anywhere around here is really not to that point. There's a couple people that you can see that they took all their animals and they took them to sale barn. So we're just not there yet as like an area. But for me, here we will never destock. Well, okay. It'll take a lot for us to destock at all. One, because we don't have that many animals, you know. I mean, 22 head of cows, 2 llamas, the ducks and geese. I mean, we can handle it. Secondly, is that because the type of business that we're gonna run, and that's direct to consumer, to where people can come to the farm, they can pick up a steak, they can pick up ground beef, they can buy it by the cut. I can't run out. It's just not good business to run out of beef. So if we have to say a real bad drought happens and we should destock, we'll probably end up just feeding hay. Right now it's October 5th and we're getting to the point where people around here, they're gearing up to feed hay, because the rule of thumb is from middle October to middle of April, that's when you feed hay. Doesn't matter if you're in Florida, doesn't matter if you're in Minnesota. The rule of thumb is middle of October to middle of April. So last year we fed hay from January 17th to like end of February, early March, somewhere in there. It was like February 27th, March 1st, somewhere in there. But in between the last video and now, we did get a little bit of rain. We got a little, well, that's generous. I mean, like that much. We got anywhere, depending on where you look at, we got minimum 2/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, somewhere in there. I think we're on the lower end of that because it kind of just drizzled, and we were supposed to get 4 days of rain. We got 1 day and it was like a couple hours, and it just wasn't a lot. So needless to say, we're still in a drought, but that little bit, that 2/10 of an inch or whatever, it helped us a lot, because things around here started to, you know, you could see the green come back. You could see plants starting to, you know, come up a little bit more. You can see a little bit of growth, which actually helps us a lot, because what that did, that little bit of rain, it gave us at minimum another 30-day rotation. Will it give us a 60-day rotation out of that? I don't think so. I mean, we're talking maybe 40 days, 45 days if I push it. And with these cows and everything, I think I'm gonna start pushing them just a little bit, because it would help us a lot if we're able to get, you know, another 45 days out of the grass that we have right now. and then hopefully in between then and now we'll get a rain, and the temperatures can stay up. They don't, you know, we don't have a frost or anything. We can get the cool season grasses to grow up. But last year the cool season grasses just didn't grow up. I mean, I don't know what it is. It was our first winter. I don't know what to expect as far as, you know, kind of cool season grasses. But this year I can notice a big difference in the grasses that we have growing. See over here, this is the standard grass that we have. This is the coastal Bermuda. It's high in protein. It's good for the cows. It grows super quickly. So I mean, we could really graze it again in like 12 days after we graze it, in like springtime, or even like, you know, a decent, not droughty summer. So we have, you know, this stuff is kind of our lifesaver for the summertime. But in the wintertime, this goes dormant and it's just not going to grow at all. I mean, nighttime temperatures for this need to be around 60 degrees for this stuff to grow. And it's just not growing. And it's just not going to grow in the wintertime. Last year when we made hay, our hay contractor said, yeah, you have basically 30 acres of Bermuda grass, which is not a bad thing to a degree because we're able to lean on it a little bit in the summertime. But in the wintertime, yeah, it's not very good because we have nothing left. And you always want diversity in your pastures because, you know, this plant gives them a little mineral oil here, a little mineral there. But what I'm seeing is we're on a hill. We're on a hill. It comes down this way towards the road. And near the bottoms of the hills, the grasses are changing, and they're changing to where there's the Bermuda, the coastal, is almost gone. You see, when we do a little walk over here, let the truck go by, full of the chicken house chickens. There's another one, shoot. So when you look at over here, look at the grasses that we have growing up. I mean, none of this is Bermuda grass. All this is, I'm not exactly sure what this is, to be honest with you. I don't know. This stuff here, the cows love. I mean, it's good grass, and this grass, I have a feeling, is going to grow better in the wintertime than the Bermuda grass, because the Bermuda just doesn't grow. This here, I'm not an expert on grasses. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but hey, it looks pretty good, and I think it will grow in at least cooler temperatures than the Bermuda. And then we're gonna get a lot of this stuff right here. I think, I'm not even gonna guess. My guess would be plantain for that, but I'm nowhere near 100%. I'm not even near 20%. That would just be my guess. We have a lot of that growing. And as long as we don't have the snowpocalypse happen again, that'll grow clear throughout the winter. But I want you to look around this paddock here and show you this is what we got as far as grass. Mind you, it's been about 65 to 70 days since we've grazed this, and this is the grow back. When there's no water, the grass just doesn't grow, and it's just so terribly dry. So I mean, we're able to grow some. You can see, you know, it trying to come up. You can see parts of it to where it's trying to go, but it just can't grow, and when there's no water. But it's just not what it should be. So 65 to 70 days worth of grass growth, that's what this is. And needless to say, I'm pretty disappointed, because, you know, usually when we have 65, 70 days of grass, I mean, it's, you know, 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall. This is, we'll cross our fingers and say, you know, 7, 8 inches, but reality, we're probably right around 5 to 7, somewhere in there. But I am in a little bit of a quandary, and I'm trying to make a decision. Do I want to have them graze this again, or do I want to start feeding hay to give everything a rest? And my thinking is because the Bermuda grass is really close, I mean, we're maybe 2.5 weeks from it being completely dormant, I'm gonna let them graze it because we can take it. And then secondly, there is no rain in the forecast. I mean, even when I do the kind of long future cast kind of thing, it's not till beginning of November that we have another rain coming. So we're gonna be pushing it. We can grow grass in November. It doesn't grow that well, but we can grow grass in November. So hopefully, you know, we're talking like 3 weeks, a month away, and everything changes. But there's no rain in the forecast. If there's rain in the forecast, I might pull them off and feed them hay for, you know, a week. That way the rain comes and then boom, everything's back up. But there's nothing. So one of the benefits that we do have is because most of our cows are longhorns, like 90-something% of them are, they eat 20% less, and they eat 25% more of a diversity of grasses, and they'll snack on a few weeds. They'll be able to get the nutrition that they need from eating stuff that normal cows might not necessarily eat. And I am gonna push them. I mean, I feel bad, but I am gonna push them. One of the jokes that the typical cattle guys say about longhorns is that they can survive on tin cans. But you know what? I'm not gonna feed them tin cans, but I'm gonna push them and, you know, put that to the test to where, okay, they might eat a few weeds that they don't necessarily like, I'm gonna force them to eat their vegetables, and they'll end up eating it. Like, I don't know what this is right here. I don't know what this is called right here, but this this plant, we saw it last winter, and once the winter hit, it stayed green, and the cows ate this. I don't know what it is in the springtime. Right now, they don't like it. I don't know if it has something to do with you know, it's palatable at a different time of year, or if it's because it's in the wintertime and it's green, they'll eat it. But like this here, I know they can eat, so they might eat this when they're in this paddock here. Oh, babies. Hey. Okay, fine. You're mad at me. I know. I'm not giving you your perfect grass, but you know what? This is what we got. Uh-oh. Hey, 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 hey. Why you gotta be mean to him? Why you gotta be mean to him, huh? Huh, Yoli? Come here. What? You don't even go drink water. You just wanted to get him off of it, huh? Nah, you're just a bully sometimes. But what I'm standing in right now is a 2.5 acre field. I'm gonna try and get 4 days out of this. Will I be able to? Yeesh, I don't know. That's a tough one. But I'm gonna try and get 4 days out of this field here. I'm gonna go set up more wires, just going across. This year has thrown everything at us, from the snowpocalypse, you know, where we have 2 feet of snow, where we never get 2 feet of snow. It rained basically all of May, to where we were just inundated with water. And then, you know, the Mother Nature just turned the valve off, and then we went into a drought. So, wonder what fall is gonna throw at us. Hopefully it's gonna be a nice, easy fall. We can get some rains in here, we can grow up some cool season grasses, and we can get some winter stockpile. Because right now, I'm trying to grow the winter stockpile, but it's not looking too good. But because our cows are mobbed up, because we're giving our land time to recover what it can, you know, we're doing better than basically everybody else around here. Still not great, but you know, droughts are a part of nature. Hopefully we're not trending towards where we have a lot more of them, because this is not fun. This is a little bit stressful. I just feel bad that I'm not giving the cows the absolute best, like, you know, we're able to do all the spring and most of summer. There's nothing that we can really do about it. We just kind of got to react to nature, you know. We got to take what Mother Nature gives us and work with it. And in this case, we're working with it. It's not the greatest, it's not the best, but, you know, let's pray for a rain.